So I'm at Tech 9 today, got something phenomenally exciting and some great news about the RWB. It's sat on a pallet over there and we're just going to dive in. Before we get started, should say that this is Matt's new place. Look at this, all set up and ready to go. Anything you need from a Boxster, we've got a 944 up there, 964 over there, another 964 and a 964. They are multiplying in the workshop, but this is Matt's new place. Very, very fancy. Let's get back to the pallet. So here we go. Here it is on a pallet. This is something exciting for the RWB. Matt's running off with it. So I've kind of given up on the whole rebuilding the 3 litre thing. Was going to do high compression, 964 cams, ITBs, and just have a humdinger of a 3 litre engine. But I've just kind of given up on that. And instead, we've got a surprise 964 engine. This will be the first time I've actually seen it as well. The unwrapping, you never really know what you're going to get. I have seen some photos of it. Dave and Stan have hooked me up here. So I'm expecting this to be phenomenal when the wrapping comes off. It does feel a little bit like Christmas in, where are we, April? What an upgrade this is going to be. Oh, it's clean. That's actually really clean. Ta-da. 964 upgrade on its way. So I guess the big thing is, what's the plan?
Well, first do the strip down. Yeah,
so strip down first. 964s historically leak all over the place. The valve covers, through bolts, timing chain case,
rocker cover case, any case.
They just leak everywhere. Yeah. So we're going to pull it down and reseal it. Whilst we're doing the reseal though, it's got, so compression we should probably talk about. Compression test results and leak down test results for this weren't too bad. 2 cylinders at 20%, and then the others were 18 to 15. They weren't too bad, I don't think.
Nothing untoward.
And at least there, I'm not dealing with my 80% leak on my 3 litre cylinders that might have been a 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder 911 engine. Rings we're going to look at?
Rings, valve guides, we'll reseat the valves, through bolts, all the gaskets and seals all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
New rocker covers, new timing case covers. We're not going to risk any oil leaks for this one.
The plan is over there, I've got a new set of 964 cams. We're going to get those machined. RS spec. Now, with fitting those, do I need to upgrade any of the bolts? Because now if it revs, we might have to look at that.
No. I certainly wouldn't think so.
No?
Standard bolts.
And we'll keep the same valves, we won't do a new valve kit, or?
Depends on how the valves are.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at them when they come out. The guy doing all the heads, he'll pull it all apart, inspect. He'll tell me if there's any valves that need to be replaced or anything like that.
And then we can figure it out from there.
Figure it out from there. It's usually just guides though. Guides and a valve reseat.
There's just been a discussion off camera. We are not splitting the block on this. This is what we are definitely not doing. These things leak from all over the place. But this engine...
This is dry.
It's dry, isn't it?
Really dry. Like even at the top, usually you got oil all over the top where the oil thermostat is in the block there. There's usually that O-ring that just pours out.
Yeah, and it's not bad, is it?
That easily. But no, it looks pretty dry.
And this, of course, is going to mate to the 915 gearbox. There'll be a little bit of fiddling around that we haven't quite figured out how we're going to do that yet. But we're not the first people to do this.
No.
So there's bound to be there'll be a page somewhere, and we'll have a few chats with Stan Adler and a few other people, and we'll figure out what the hell we're going to do with that. But it shouldn't be the world's biggest problem.
No, not at all. No, this is straightforward stuff.
Yeah, we'll get that in. There'll be a bit of, hey, what am I going to do with the exhaust? And then we've just had a bit more of a discussion that if we're pulling this down, rings, machine the heads, make sure all the valves are right and everything, then we've got an engine which, when we've resealed it, doesn't leak, great compression, running great. Well, the next step is we should just buy the ITB kit and do it on this instead. Yep. We are entering don't give a mode, and we're all in on. Yeah, this is definitely one of those. If you see the wife, this just needs to stay between us. That'll be the plan. Custom exhaust, because that'll need to be done. But really, this is going to get a set of ITBs on it. So we're just looking at all the things we're going to remove. It doesn't have air conditioning, and I don't use that anyway. We are going to remove the heater, because I think I'm going to get a little electric one that fits in the front, so that will go. Power steering is for losers, so we're going to get rid of that. So there's a bit of, when we do make the 915 up to this, I think the flywheel needs to be different, the clutch needs to be different. I think there might even be a little bit machining off the 915
got a machine
case.
915 case to take the sensor,
yeah,
the pickup sensor for top turn. From here on, we're just going to have single ITBs. You're going to see all the engine tinware, the shrouds, the engine brace, everything. We're going to get that all nicely painted up and have it just looking spick and span.
Yeah, because all this goes.
Yeah, so heater, intake, ducts. You're going to see the rocket covers, you're going to see the tinware, you're going to see the engine brace.
You can see all down here. The tinware needs a little bit of tidying up. We've got a Renline engine brace, which might need a little bit of a bend to fit it in the SC. That might need a little bit of work. But other than that...
But it's nothing, mate.
No. And especially if we're pulling all this off. So if anybody is looking for an intake for a 964, hit me up, because I'll have one for sale. Just manhandled it onto a trolley. I'm feeling pretty ripped right now. There we go.
Lucky Scott's been getting so buff.
Yeah, I've actually been going to the gym. Let nobody fall over at the shock of that. Big plans, big things coming.
So we're going to go RS fan pulley. So it's just one fan pulley for the whole system instead of having the two. Just a little less to go wrong. Yeah. A little bit cleaner. We're looking for a nice clean engine bay, so we'll just go the single pulley.
Yeah, and then get a blanking plate for up here, because the heater will be gone. So these are the Renline valve covers. Satin and gloss. I do like the satin ones, to be fair.
Yeah, I think the satin looks a little bit cleaner and nicer.
Yeah.
Not as doesn't show us the machine marks in the plate as much.
And that would match my hoop on the Targa as well, because that's all satin. Well, that's it. The RWB is getting a massive power upgrade. We've got a 964 motor here, plans for RS cams, and I think we're going to ITB it. So stay tuned for this, because this RWB is getting a new heart.